Hey, what's up, NBA fan? What's up, all sports fans? This is JB right here, host of the Behind the Bench Podcast Network and channel. Just want to give a shout out to the rest of the crew. I'm talking about Shad, Kelvin, and Jermaine. And for everyone who's tuning in, I hope that you support Behind the Bench, become a subscriber, and help make this show the best it could possibly be. Now, I want to turn the table towards a hot button topic that's been at the forefront probably for the past 4 or 5 seasons. And I'm talking about the recurring theme of injuries, major injuries, plethora of injuries throughout the NBA. And it's becoming a very concerning issue of concern, I should say. And I've been thinking about it a lot and trying to identify the root of the problem and why, compared to the players of yesteryear or yesterdecade, why are we seeing injuries at an accelerated rate throughout the current NBA landscape? And this is going to be a quick video right here. There's a lot of factors I believe that's playing into it. I mean, it's really not one certifiable reason. I think it's a multitude of reasons that have surfaced time and time again. And I believe a lot of it is that because we hear this notion that today's athlete is bigger, stronger, faster, and with the advanced medical technology or medical advancements to help players recover from injury quicker. But it seemed like there's a counter effect that's being triggered at the same time. Now, there's many layers to it. I believe some of it stems from mentality. What I mean by that is there's been a concerted effort to try to protect players from injuries, but the steps that are being taken, it seems like it's leading to more injuries. I believe the first thing we should look at is mentality. And what I'm saying is there's been this yearly conversations to whether the NBA needs to shorten the season from 82 games scheduled to 75 games or 72 games. Well, the NBA expanded the season to 82 games back in the mid 60s, and I believe around 1964 and 1965. And from that period up until the mid or late, I would say the late 2010s, we didn't hear no complaint from players about having to compete in the 82 game schedule. Players back then took it as a badge of honor if you was able to play all 82 games. I remember Karl Malone, he made a statement. This was right after he was selected as a member of the original Dream Team. And he said, I want to play as many games as possible so I will keep the edge versus my opponent. Because if I take off too many games, my primary opponent or contemporary could overtake me and get the best of me and become better than me. So that's what I mean by mentality. So a player like Karl Malone, he averaged 81 games a year. Same as Reggie Miller. Reggie Miller had a wiry frame, He was about like 190 pounds, 195 pounds max. But you can count on Reggie Miller playing 80, 81 games a year. We know about Michael Jordan, played all 82 games 9 times in his career. The late Kobe Bryant played the full schedule approximately 7 times in his career. And then you have someone like John Stockton. I believe in his 19-year career, he played all 82 games, 14 seasons. Then you had Iron Man like John Havlicek and AC Green. AC Green played like 1,100 straight games from the beginning of his career towards the end without missing a contest. I believe a lot of this is mentality. And what they don't realize is the more that you play, the more you condition your body. And the better condition your body is, I believe the less susceptible you are to injury. But they went the opposite route. They're trying to accommodate these complaints about the 82 game schedule by spreading the schedule out, eliminating 4 games in 5 nights or back-to-back games throughout the course of the season. But to do that, to stretch the season out, well, something has to go. Something has to be eliminated. So what happened? Well, prior to the manipulation of the schedule, NBA players had to complete, going into the next season, they had to complete a 3-4 week training camp, let's say approximately a month training camp, and they played 8 preseason games. So they incrementally condition their body to prepare for the full 82 game schedule. Whereas as recent as 5 years ago, well, teams were only conducting like a 2-week training camp and maybe 4 preseason games. Well, that's not good enough. It's like their body is being thrown to the wolves, but it's not ready to stand against those wolves. So we're seeing this abundance of injuries and whatnot. And sometimes, as they say, if it ain't broke, you don't need to go try to fix it. But when you start tinkering with it, it starts leading to more problems. When you should just let things be from the get-go. So I believe a lot of it is mentality. I believe there's too much manipulation of the schedule, and they're not being able to conduct a full month-long training camp to start getting their body prepared for the season, and they need to start playing more preseason games to get the timing down so their body can like develop that instinct and wherewithal to meet that full schedule. Because prior to, like I said, the recent 5-6 years, you didn't hear players complain about the 82 game schedule. You didn't. And this is coming from an NBA fan who's been watching the league since, let's just say for the past 5 decades. So I believe the first step would be, because you're going to have to play you can spread the schedule out all you want, but you're going to have to play the 82 games at some point. So why not go back to what was working, schedule a full month training camp that's mandated by the league, and can at least include 6 preseason games before the regular season starts. And I believe we'll start seeing immediate results. Also, when players are, asking to play multiple positions that they're not really used to, I believe that's leading to a lot of injuries too. But back then, a center was a center, a power forward was a power forward, a small forward was a small forward, a 2-guard was a 2-guard, a point guard was a point guard, and they played accordingly. So it's a lot of factors, but I would just say get back to basics. And I believe that would solve a lot of these problems. So I just want to throw it out there real quick and, get your take on it. You can make your comments or whatnot. But I just want to throw it out there as we get ready for the new season coming up in another month. But this is JB right here. Until next time, BTB, Behind the Bench.